Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all my brothers and sisters all across the world. Thank you guys for joining us on another episode of Africa Today. This is your host, Lyra and Defon. I am grateful and blessed to be here. Today, we are going to be sharing Francis Ngannou's story. But the way that we're going to share this story is we're going to talk about one of the significant moments that he shared in his journey, which was him creating the life that he's living now in his mind. Right? We're going to talk about the power of the mind and how that can literally change your life. Because I think that this is something that a lot of us were never like told that this is a possibility, right? We can create this um, different life in our minds before we see it. And that's what we call manifestation, right? When you're manifesting, you have to, first of all, create the life that you want to see in your mind before it actually happens in the real world. Because manifesting takes time. Manifesting is something that doesn't happen overnight. So today we are going to be sharing Francis Ngannou's story. We're going to share part of it. Francis Ngannou had an interview with Club Shay Shay, a American podcaster, and he got to share his personal journey on there. He talked about how, he grew up as a child and then, his journey as a boxer and where he is now as a boxer and an MMA fighter. But before we actually get into that conversation, we're also going to share couple of videos that kind of prompt me to wanting to share Francis' story the way that I did. So I went ahead and took a couple pieces of the story, and then that's what we're going to share today. But I also want to just bring us back to last week episode where we talked about Bojo, the Jamaican artist, on here. So I'm still waiting for all the African artists that are popping right now, mainstream artists that are popping right now. I want to see what their response is to Bojo's, comment about how African music is not freeing Africans, right? Not to say that Africans are not making good music. What he said was African music right now is not talking about what is happening in Africa and freeing Africans. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what, the artists that are, booming right now would talk about what his comment was about. And I want to see the response to that. So if any one of you guys have a connection to those big artists out there, guys, invite them to come on Africa Today and share their thoughts and perspective on what he said, and also why he thinks that African music is not freeing Africans in this moment, right? In this moment that we're in. However, we're going to jump into our conversation for today. Today, the first video I want to share is of some young ladies that were pretty much taken from Nigeria to Ghana, and I wanted to share this because it's part of the reasons why a lot of our young women are doing this business, but it doesn't seem like this young women wanted to be transported to Ghana to be sex workers because of what they're saying. So let's take a listen and then we'll move on from there.
When is after 2 minutes you cut it? Huh? Speak loud.
My name is Ike Lobichama.
From where, please?
From Olu.
Olu where? Huh?
I'm from Imo.
Imo State.
Imo State, yes.
Olu
Yes.
town from Imo State.
Yes.
How long have you been in Ghana?
Just less than 1 month now.
What is your name?
My name is Francis Divine.
Divine.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 16 years old.
16 years. My God. How long have you been in Ghana?
27th of this month will make me 2 months.
2 months. You are from Imo State.
Yes.
What is your name?
My name is Odrupe Olebimira. I'm from Imo State. That was no.
South.
Sorry.
That was south.
Sorry. You will be fine in Jesus' name. God will take care of you, my children. What is your name, sister?
My name is Selina Danjo. I'm from Plateau State.
Oh, mommy. How old are you?
I'm 18 years.
How long have you been in Ghana?
7th of this month will make me 2 months.
Oh.
My name is Odrupe Olechukwu.
Speak now, please.
My name is Odrupe Olechukwu.
Where are you from?
Imo State of Nepal.
Imo State. How old are you?
16 years.
16 years. Stand up, let me see you.
My brother, this 1, 2, 3, they are the same mother, the same father.
3 of you are from the same mother,
The same father.
the same father. Have you spoken to your parents? Where are your phones?
This
This is our home.
You're taking all your phones. Who brought you to Ghana?
His brother.
The brother.
The brother of this person.
the brother of this one.
Okay. So you are from Imo State. 16
The
years.
same mother, the same father.
14th
Three.
October, making 16 years.
Jesus Christ. So you are still 15 plus. And you have been in Ghana. And what have they been doing to you? They take you out to see men. You see men.
Prostitute work.
And they pay you.
No, they don't pay me. Any money we work, they keep it. We give them everything.
15 years.
Everything.
See our children in diaspora, 15 years. Out of their own wish. Children are supposed to be in school. These are the great future leaders of Nigeria in diaspora. 15 years. 3 children from one father, same mother from Imo State.
Yeah, that video was really sad. When I watched that, it broke my heart because, it doesn't really seem like those young women, this is the line of work that they really wanted to do, right? I really don't know what the story is back there. I don't know how this video even came around online with young girls as young as 15 years old in Ghana doing sex work. There's a big crisis there, and this is something that is happening all over Africa, where young girls are being stolen and being put into sex work like this. So this story really touched me because even in the United States, we see Black girls go missing all the time, right? All the time, Black little girls go missing. And no one really look for them. No one really search for them. No one really asks where they are, and this is the same thing that we see happening in Africa, right? Where our own people, our own brothers are taking our young girls like this, our young sisters, and prostituting them all across Africa, and this broke my heart because imagine losing 3 children, right? Not knowing where your kids are as a parent. I know some people will say we blame the parents as well. How about if they were abducted? How about if they were like stolen? How about if they were taken out of their own will, right? If this is something that those young girls do not agree to. It breaks my heart to see that this is where our society is. This is the reality of our society, of where young children are being sexually abused in this way, are being prostituted in this way. It's different when a woman, right, a grown woman makes a decision to want to work in this line of, to want to work in this field. It's totally different when an adult make that type of decision for themselves, right? But this is not okay. This is the oldest person that said I think they said they were 18 years old. That was the oldest girl in that group. So there's a big crisis in our continent right now. And this is happening all over Africa. All over Africa, this is happening. And it breaks my heart. And this is the financial crisis that we're facing in Africa. Yeah, also, I want to move on to the next video where I think we have shared some of this kind of story before on this platform, where we see people traveling in this type of manner. Yeah, this is the definition of poverty. This is why a lot of people are fleeing away from Africa the way they're doing. We see people go through the jungle for years, and we see so many people die on this type of journey where they're trying to run away from Africa, right? We continue to ask that why are Africans leaving Africa in massive number? It's because most of them are going through a challenging time that they feel like there's no hope at the end of the tunnel. You know, they feel like there's no way out unless they get out of Africa, right? They're never going to be able to make it. And and that's why I wanted to share the pieces of Francis Ngannou's story today, because I feel like this video right here and the previous video that we show, right, if those young women did choose to go to Ghana to work the way that they're working, right, this is why this is a struggle that we're facing in Africa, right, where there's no, like, money is a problem. People don't have the basic things like food, water, right? And people would do anything to run away from Africa. People would do anything to run away from their country because, first of all, they might be in a civil war, right? A civil war that might not have been caused by that country, but they are in a civil war, right? People are facing hunger, starvation every single day in Africa, right? And we're going to continue to talk about this because this is a problem that we're facing in our continent today. People are facing lack of jobs, right? There's no jobs. You get out of school, you don't have a job. People don't have proper medical care. There's no medical system in Cameroon, right? The education system, before you even go to a government school, you still have to pay money to go to a government school, right? So this is the problem that we're facing in Africa. And I know Francis is also going to elaborate a little bit more on this conversation. So we're going to hop right into his video.
Do this regime for like 6 months and stuff. So I stopped boxing, and that was the moment that another like glass of cold water was thrown on my face. Like, look at the reality, and the reality was that I ain't going anywhere with this out here.
So I just want to talk on his story a little bit before we move in. So Francis was working at a sand minery where he was digging sand. And apparently he saw this old man that was 60 years old that have been doing this job all their life. And he realized, like, after falling sick, he realized that he's not going to go anywhere. Even though he's doing boxing on the side, his life is never going to change. He's going to end up like one of those old people, always working the same job over and over and not going anywhere. And that's where the story continues. I'm going to bring it back a little.
And the reality was that I ain't going anywhere with this out here. I better get out of this country and go somewhere with more opportunity.
Your story, here's where the story gets really, you had the childhood is that when you're in a third world country and you're living in you said, we're lower than working class. But here's where it gets very interesting. And people follow me with this. At 26, you left Cameroon. You go to Nigeria, Niger, Algeria, Morocco, the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and Spain, just to make it past France. Now, I'm not Magellan. I'm not this great, navigator or anything, but it seemed like you were just traveling in circles before you got to your ultimate destination. So Nigeria, Niger, Algeria, Morocco, Sahara Desert, Mediterranean. It took you over a year.
Yeah, it took me 14 months to get all the way to France, because all this was illegal immigration, right? A lot of people that are looking for a better opportunity, for job, for stuff like that, that lived. I left on my own, but on the way, we met. You met with people coming from different places, and by the time you get in Morocco, there is like all the nationality of Sahara, sub-Saharan African that are up there. They have different community and all with the same goal to get in Europe. Watching that is scary. I'm like, okay, so all these people are looking to go. It's been like this amount every time. Where am I going exactly? You're free.
But you were undeterred because you mentioned you were on the raft sometimes and you got turned back, and you just like, I'm not going back.
That's the journey of a lot of people out there. In fact, I was out there just for one year. I can say yes, I was very determined. I was going again and again and again. I didn't settle because some people at some point they get tired, they get exhausted, they get burnt out, and they just go back in the city and sit and just start to find a job as a builder or help somebody like work, and they are not in a good situation, so they can even afford a good job. So yeah, I was just doing the same. It was the same process as a lot of people. Some people had a better chance, have better chance. They would do it, make it from the first attempt. Some people second attempt. Some people would try 2-3 times and don't make it and just give up, or quit.
How many times did it take you before you became successful and got crossed over?
So in the ocean, I fell 6 times. And he was the 7th time. I went to the gate like 3 times. It didn't work. The first time I get really, really caught by the barbed wire.
Okay.
Really bad.
You got stuck. You got.
Yeah, I still get some deep scar on me. That reminds me. But I always prefer water because I was more comfortable in water and stuff. But I finally succeeded the 7th time. And it was 1 year exactly from the day that I left Cameroon. Basically 1 year anniversary from when I left Cameroon. So I remember when we get rescued by the Red Cross in the ocean. He was around maybe 8 to 9 a.m. in the morning on April 3rd, 2013. And
that's my daughter's birthday.
Really? 2013?
No, April 3rd.
April 3rd, yeah. And I was there, and the other people, because it was 9 of us in this raft, this little swimming pool raft. And then they were celebrating, and I was just there thinking, then just hit me. So some people was calling their family, but I've been there so long that I have nothing, even not a phone, no money, nothing. Even the reason why I was in that raft was because I have so much experience by failing that I was a captain. I don't know how to swim. I don't know how to swim.
Hold on.
But I know how to paddle.
You said you like water more so than but you can't swim.
No, I can't swim.
Hold on, you in the Mediterranean Sea and you can't swim a lick?
No.
Oh my goodness.
So you think if you can swim, you can swim from the Mediterranean?
No, but I mean
okay, so that doesn't
no,
matter.
I ain't saying swim, but you can swim. I mean, I ain't gonna go straight down like a rock. I mean, I can stay afloat for a while.
And then what would be the end of it?
You can get back to the raft. If you fall out to the raft,
No, then I will get back.
How?
If there's a possibility to get off to the raft, we have life jacket at least.
Oh, so where'd y'all get the life jackets from?
Oh, no, the first rule is to have life jacket.
Okay.
You're going in the ocean.
Yes.
Hey, with this raft, he needs a little nail like this to blow that shit and it's over. Doesn't matter if you know how to swim, if you're in the middle of the ocean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So the bare minimum is the life jacket. And sometimes we don't have a life jacket. This thing that, I don't know how they call it, we call it in French vessie, that they put inside the tire.
Yeah, inner tube. Inner tube.
In the tube. Then we take it, we blow it, and then we cut the other one, we tie it, we put on our waist like this, we get it wrapped on our self like this. That one is even better than
better than life jacket.
And cheaper.
You said you didn't tell anybody that you were leaving. Why?
Because if I say I'm leaving, what would be your first question?
Where you going? Why?
Exactly. Where you going? And if I say, I don't know, what would you think of me?
Well, since you don't know where you're going, well, you might as well stay here. I'm gonna try to talk you out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you might just think that I'm crazy.
Yeah.
Basically, that since I've been having this crazy dream that nobody understands, then now I wake up someday and say, oh, I'm going. Where are you going? I don't know. Come on, man. What the hell is that?
Right.
Right? And also, he was so stressful. I mean, you don't know. You're walking into the unknown territory.
Yeah.
You don't know if you will ever come back or not. You don't know how it's out there. You don't know if you will make it survive. You don't know if you come back alive, or if you even your body will ever come back, or if you come back, you will come back in 5 years or in 10 years. You don't know. I mean, like, how are you going to tell that to people?
You didn't think your family would be worried that you just took off and they didn't say, like, where's Francis? Francis didn't come. Where's Francis? Francis didn't.
Yeah, but if they're worried when I'm gone, that means I'm gone already.
That's the problem.
I'm gone already. So that's another thing.
So when you get ready to, so what do you guys do for food? Okay, you're going to be in this raft and you're going to be in it for an extended period of time. How much food did you get?
No, in the raft, you don't have food. I mean, and it's not
what y'all eating?
No, it's not like you don't spend days on the raft, right? It's hours.
Couple hours.
Aye. In that situation, you can do 24 hours without eating.
You ain't get nothing. You ain't get no fruit. You ain't grab no bananas. You ain't grab nothing.
No, you don't. I mean, you're hiding from the police, and sometimes you can get stuck somewhere for 5 hours, just stay in one spot because there is a police car there, because there is a police somewhere around, or somebody that can potentially alert the police or something, and then you will just hide like that all night long. We are doing this all night long. We start our journey as soon as the night fall, and then waiting in the morning, like maybe 5 to 6, it depends. The moment that they call prayer, because there's this prayer every morning that they call, and is a sign. We are expecting the people that are watching, overnight watching, to go pray at that moment. So it's the opportunity for us to put the raft in the water. All night long, we will be watching the wave, because your raft is this big. And then sometimes the wave is coming all the way high here, and you look at the wave, you look at your raft, you're like, there's no way. And sometimes you force to go to those waves.